Hello, this is Austin Burns and Clementine. We are here to do a reaction to Twoset Violin, violin versus opera. But before we do, I have a live stream concert coming up on June 14th at 2 o'clock for my new album, Songs of the Sea. Yes, some people do the. I personally find it a bit stupid, so I do it. As far as the cawing sounds, when I warm up, the first thing I start with is going between chest voice and the head voice or falsetto. I don't usually warm up on consonants with vowels. I usually warm up on just vowels. Range.
Sorry, can we move the accompaniment down a -6 today for the concert in 10 minutes?
So when he's going up, he's going into his falsetto. La 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 la. Now you can do that, adding some extra scratchy sounds in there. You can keep your chest voice going up. La. Takes a lot of practice though to do that. As far as taking the piece down of a minor third because you're not feeling well today, I have never ever done that. There has been a performance where I drank soda the day before, just one soda, and I had some salted popcorn. The next day my throat was not loving it. So I did some slides to get up to the high notes, makes you a little less likely to crack. It was Sound and Alarm by Handel. Sound and Alarm! So going straight up to the A, sometimes I would crack. Sound and Alarm! It wouldn't be that bad, but what I did instead, Sound and Alarm! But I've never changed the key. I had a performance in a cold, drafty place. It was a historic mansion in December, and the door was constantly opening and closing because people were coming in. All the cold air was making me really dry. It was affecting my voice, and I cracked a little bit. The next year, I did bring different keys. It was not something that I would just spring on the pianist. It's something I discussed with him beforehand, and it was a piano part which I could play it myself, so I don't spring things on people. Well, for one, Nessun Dorma starts on a D. Nessun Dorma, Nessun Dorma. Yeah, vibrato. Vibrato is going back and forth between two pitches, and technically it was a little extreme. Generally speaking, you want to go between, a half step, which is what they obviously do on the violin. But yeah. Okay, so trills, the same thing. It's very slight. And there's very little difference, I guess, between a trill and vibrato. Tremolo. Yeah, we don't do a lot of tremolo. Fair point. Double stops and chords. Okay, so double stops and chords. That is called singing and playing the piano at the same time. This. Whoa. When peace like a rain. Yeah. You know? That's it. New techniques. Yes, we do speak in a lot of different languages. We sing in those languages, not speak them, but yes. Italian, German, English, Russian, Spanish. But there are other techniques. If I wanna see real high, I'll sound like the Bee Gees. It's now or later, my love can wait. Bye bye, New York, it's the Saturday. Your arms on. Add a little rasp. Tuning. Nessun Dorma. D. Yes, great. I've always wanted to do like the orchestra. I used to mess around when I was in an opera chorus. We would listen to the orchestra, and I would joke around with my friends. And when the orchestra was tuning up, I would do that kind of stuff. So, instrument care.
Sorry, the air in this room is just so dry. If you'll excuse me. Cold water. Seriously? Where is my warm tea with honey and lemon? Did you just cough? Get away from me. This room is hot.
We do wear many scarves, but not during the summertime. So we do drink a lot, mostly just water. I personally don't like drinking a lot of tea because I find that it dries me out, and I don't drink any coffee. Anything non-water used to dry my throat out, just because I've been drinking almost all water for more than 10 years. Honey can be great when you have a scratchy throat, but it does coat your throat, and anything that coats your throat, not gonna be great for when you're singing, but when you're sick, kind of different. Instrument price.
$1,000? And I need this to improve? Yeah, I guess I need it. Okay, I'll take it. It's a really nice voice. Thank you. I was born with it.
Maybe he was born with it. Maybe it's Maybelline. So yes, we don't have to pay for our voices. Obviously, we have to pay for voice lessons. Of course, you have to pay for violin lessons. I know it may seem like being a vocalist is a much cheaper route, but there's much less security in your future as a vocalist. I have many times been paid a lot less than instrumentalists. There's some kind of downtown Boston improvement district or something, and every year they hire Christmas carolers, and they also hire instrumentalists to play jazz version of Christmas music, and they pay the singer significantly less, which is why I stopped doing it. Several people tried to raise the price, they refused. So even things that are specifically for opera singers, like Opera on Tap, which I did for 2 or 3 performances, pay their singers $50 and the pianist $100, which is kind of bullshit. Especially if you can play an instrument, which I could accompany myself. I felt like that wasn't fair, and they weren't changed, so I stopped doing that. There are sites like Group Muse, which are great for having classical house concerts. That's really cool, but as a singer, there's bias against you. So there's a button that is unchecked that says, I'm cool with vocalists. So when someone is setting up a performance that they want to have at their house, they have to read through and specifically check, I'm cool with vocalists. Automatically can't bid on a lot of the gigs, whereas if you're a violinist or an oboist or, then you can automatically bid on all the gigs. And when I talked to the founder of Group Muse, Sam Bodkin, about why that button was there, he said that when people were assigned vocalists, they called and complained saying vocalists are not classical music. They want a string quartet, a piano trio. They don't want vocalists. So there's a lot of prejudice against singers. I think we're the true violists of the classical music world. Also, just for fun, the end of Nessun Dorma. Vincere, vincere.